Okay, I thought I was recording. So we're going to make a hat. We're going to use our 3-1, and we're going to pull out 3, skip 1. Skip 1, pull out 3, skip 1, pull out 3, skip 1, pull out 3. Now we're going to E-wrap. Make sure that all the needles that are not being used are in the A position, the do not knit position. And then we're going to E-wrap every single needle that's out in the D position. Your carriage should be on numeral number 2. We're going to do this 3-1 mock ribbing, and we're going to create 30 rows. And I wanted to show you that you can really do this beautiful E-wrap. I just love it. I think it's such a beautiful design. And Hefferman shows you on YouTube. Got great knitting skills. And see how once you learn how to do this, it just goes by real easy. There's a lot of different ways to use your E-wrap. You can cast on, simple cast on. You'll have to use waste yarn and then your ravel cord, or you can crochet your cast on. So there's a lot of wonderful ways to do this. I prefer the E-wrap. It's a lot more looser when you're wearing your hat. So 5 up on the mask and 5 on my carriage. Making sure that's on there. Making sure I don't have anything on the triangle. I'm going to insert my yarn, look at everything, place a clip at the end. Oops, and I dropped my clip. I don't know where it went. Let me get it. Pick up your casting comb. Move that out the way. Give myself a little bit of slack. Let's see if I can catch those yarns. Let's go this way, see what happens. There we go. Okay, and then start knitting 4 rows. First one is always the hardest. I like to pull my needles out. That helps me because I have a number 5 on both the tension rod and the masking tension. Back. Make sure everything's back there. My row counter is at 2 because I had it at 0 and now it's at 2. Again, to make it a little more easier the first several rows. It feels a little more better. We have 5 so far. And you notice one of these did not catch. So that's not giving me very much weight. I'm going to remove this for right now. And I'm going to use my claw weights instead. Place one at each end. One in the 0. And then 2 on each side. Pull at it, and then I'm going to place some the needle out. I like this 3-1 mock ribbon. And we're going to create 30 rows, so we need 22 more rows. And I'll be right back when I hit 30. Okay, we're at 30 rows, and now we want to remove our weights. And what we're looking for is the non-working needle bar. It looks like a mock ribbon you could have. That's how I like it. So we want to get our 1, 2, 1, 3 pusher. And the first thing I do is I look for that 1 bar. It almost looks like a drop stitch. That's the only way I can explain it. And then I'm going to take the last stitch and add it to the very end. And that's what you're looking for. And add that stitch to the no knit needle. Like I said, people call it a bar, but the only way I can refer to it, it looks like a drop stitch. Which in fact it really is a drop stitch, but it's called mock ribbing, 3-1 mock ribbing. And then of course the needle that is in the do not knit section, which is A, and we're adding that stitch to the A position needle that is being brought forward. I'm going to be going to page 17, and I want to create the stitch. So we're going to be using our Russell levels and moving it from Roman numeral 2 to Roman numeral 8. Oh, 1. I'm sorry. This is for if you're going to use 2 colors. You don't have to use 2 colors. I did that with the other hat. This is a multicolor thread, so this is going to work perfectly. I don't have to use an A and B. B color. Okay, so let me get the last one. And then the very last stitch goes to the very end. Place my 1 3-prong to the side. And now what you want to do is bring all those needles forward, slowly holding it down like that. Okay, I'm going to place my row counter back at 0. I'm going to get my weights, place it at the end. I really like placing this one at the end. And then I go to the other end. And my weight, I count 10, 20, and then it's about right there at 25 in the middle. Okay, I only have the 6. So create your first 2 rows. And let me see, the hat that I have, I added a different color, but I'm not going to do extra colors. I'm going to go straight to the pattern now. So on page 17, we're going to look at the chart, and the chart just has 1 color, and that's A. So we're going to place our Russell levels into Roman numeral 1. We're going to get our 1, 3 tool. We're going to skip 1, and let's see, skip 1, I mean skip one and then skip 3. And then skip 1, pull up that. Skip 1, pull out the 1. Skip 1 and pull out the 1. The needles at the end, we don't have to worry about these. And I made a boo-boo right there. And that's a good thing that I noticed. So I need to get put these back. Okay, I was supposed to have 3 out. I mean, skip 3, pull 1 out. Skip 3, pull 1 out. Okay, this has to all go back. Okay, let's put these back in order to be correct. I'm glad I noticed it now. I did that again over here at this end, so I'm glad I noticed it. This back into that position. Yeah, we've got them all back over here. Let's get our 1, and it's skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out 1, and skip 3. Let's take a look. Everything looks great. So just double check. The 1 is at the top. That's good. It's going to knit. And then 3, skip 1, 3, skip 1, 3, skip 1, 3, and I made a boo-boo again. So instead of me going and taking it out this way, I noticed right here I made a mistake. So I need to put these back into place. But the rest of these are all good. That's why I say it's good to double check before you start doing the pattern. I have my left eye gets cross-eyed, so I was born that way. Okay, so we got these ducks all in line. Okay, so skip 3. Make sure we're using this one. Skip 3, pull out 1, and everything's in order. 3 is on one side and 3 is on the other side. So before you go and start doing double check so your pattern comes out the way you like. So we did that. And then the next step is we're going to take our carriage that is in the Roman numeral 1 side, and we're going to knit across 1. And now we're going we did from right to left, and now from left to right. Again, right to left. Place our Russell level on 2 on the right hand side and knit across. Place your Russell level back at 1, or Roman numeral 1. And now we're going to do the other set. This one is skip 3, pull out 1. So now you need to use your 3, 1. We're going to skip 3. Oops, made a boo-boo. Skip 3, pull out 1. Sorry. Skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out 1. I think I did that already and I made a boo-boo twice. Skip 3, pull out 1. Yeah, we did that. But it's okay, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. And then we'll do the correct one. Right to left. Right to left. Russell level on 2. Knit across. Russell level back at 1. And we just created a cute little pattern. So we actually want to skip 1. We're going to start like it's brand new. So we want to skip 1. Let's see. We want to pull out 1 and skip 3. Let's see. pull out one, pull out the one, pull out the one. Okay, those are going to knit. This one on the end needs to be pulled into the C position as well as the one at, no, this is going to knit because it has two over here. So now we're going to do the same thing, right to left, left to right, right to left. Place this in the numeral 2 and knit across. There. Now we created a totally different pattern. So we go back to the beginning and we're going to go skip one, no, skip one, pull one out, skip one, pull one out, skip one, pull one out, skip one, pull one out. And then 3 are at the end, they're going to knit, and this one's going to knit. So we don't need to do anything else. And I noticed I made a mistake right there because of my eye. So I need to back up here, put those back into the knitting position. So we have 3, pull out 1, we have 3, pull out 1, and we're going to have to reorganize this. Skip 3, pull out 1, skip 3, pull out 1, skip 3, pull out 1, skip 3, pull out 1. Let's see, I did this on this end too. Skip 3, pull out 1, skip 3, pull out 1, and these are all good. It's right here, pull out 1, and then skip 3, pull out 1, skip 3, okay, where was I? Skip 3, pull out 1, skip 3, pull out 1, skip 3, pull out 1, skip 3, pull out 1. Okay, and those ends are going to be knitted in. And again, I'm going to look at everything. Looks good. Russell levels on this side, go back to 1, and we're going to do the same thing. From right to left, left to right, right to left. The Russell level on the right hand side goes to numeral number 2, and we're going to knit this across. Roman numeral goes back to 1. So we did the 1, skip 3. Now we're going to do skip 3, pull out 1. 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 You should have 3 on each end, but this one has an odd number, so there's going to be, oh no, there's 3. So I'm going to look very carefully, making sure everything's in order. And now we're going to do the same thing, left to right, right to left, left to right, Russell on this side, number 2, and knit across. Russell back to numeral 1. And then the top portion is skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out the 1. Skip 3, pull out the 1s, skip 3. I'm taking a good look at my eye, pull out the 1s. So I'm going to look very carefully. And these are going to knit, so I don't have to worry about those. My Russell level on 1, and do 1 row, right to left, 2 row from left to right, third row from right to left. Last row will be knitted. Place your Russell level on 2 and knit across. Okay, looks great. Now let's change this up. Because this is a multicolor yarn, I don't have to have a bee color. So I'm on page 19, and I want to remove my weights just to, oh my goodness, that almost hit my foot. We're going to remove the weights so I can show you what it looks like. This could be a reversible hat, by the way. And this is the pattern we created. Nice and flat. This should be the right side. This is a very pretty pattern. Like I said, you could literally wear this hat on this side. So just to let you know, now I want to create the tuck stitch. That is on page 19, the top chart. We're at the top. And we're going to add weights, because we need some weights. And I think I'm going to sneeze. I don't know for sure. But my allergies are acting really bad. I don't know where my napkin's at. I apologize. Okay, get my weight. I have really bad allergies. Okay, so Russell levels on number 1, or Roman numeral number 1 on both sides. According to this direction, we're going to skip 1. Let's see. Skip 1, and well, they want you to skip the very last end, and they want you to pull out the 1 needle. Skip 3. Skip 1. Let's see. Skip 3. Pull out 1. Skip 3. Pull out the 1. Skip 3. Pull out the 1. And there's ones that are already on the knit side on each end, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to look to make sure that my eye didn't play tricks on me. And now I'm going to knit from the right to the left, left to the right, right to the left, and then knit. So that's 3 rows plus the 1. I think I did that correct, right? Let me know if I did that wrong. So the next one, don't forget to put your Russell levels back on 1. The next one is skip 3, pull out 1. 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 And now we're going to do the same thing. Look at all my needles. Excellent. Russell levels are on Roman numeral 1 on both sides, and we're going to do right to left, left to right, right to left, and the one on the right, we're going to place it on the knitting number 2, and we're going to knit across. Came out real pretty. Now we're going to start all over again. Russell levels back at 1, and we're going to skip 3, pull out 1. 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 And we're going to do the look to make sure everything's okay. Russell levels are on 1, and we're going to go 1 to the left, to the right, to the left, and then knit across. And that looks really pretty. I can see the complete difference. If you had your garter stitch, you could have turned this all around and you could have had the bubbles on the front. But right now we're on the purl side, but either way you could actually wear this hat on either side. We're going to start all over again, and we're going to look at our pattern, and it says skip one, pull out one. Skip one, pull out one. Then we have the 3 empties in the back. Skip one. Wait a minute. Look at that very carefully. Skip 3, pull out one. Skip 3, pull out one. Skip 3, pull. Skip 3, pull out one. We have the ones, because it's 49 stitches with the odd number, those are going to be in the back. We don't have to worry about anything. They're going to knit across. So don't forget your Russell level on the right hand side. They should both be on numero 1. The right to the left, to the right, to the left, and then knit across. Place your Russell level back at numero 1. Lift your weights, pull them up. We're at row 42. We have 20 more rows of these. And it literally changes the way it looks. Let me pull this up so I could spring up just to show you how beautiful is this multicolor yarn. And now we're starting to get the bubbles. We didn't get it the first one, but now we're getting bubbles, or what they call tuck stitch. And again, you could wear this on either side. This will look so pretty on a sweater. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I could wear this on this side, and I could flip it over and then wear it on this side. Just beautiful. So let's put our weights back on. And make sure you distribute that weight evenly. Okay, so this was tuck. I could see tuck, tuck, tuck. And then, let's see, tuck, tuck. And then we started doing the bubbles right here. We did 1, 2, 2 sets. Okay, now I'm going to do the next set. Let's get our weights. Distribute that evenly. Russell levels back at, make sure they're both at 1 now. Pardon me, I get the hiccups. And let's see, I'm trying to remember, we skipped 1 and we added that one, so we're back at skip 1, pull out 1. And then once you pass that, it has to be skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out 1. Those 2 at the end are already out there. And even if I made a mistake, even if I did the same row over and over again, I don't mind, because it's gonna look beautiful anyway. So I'm looking at all my needles, they're all correct, and now I'm gonna knit up. I'm going to do the tuck stitch with my Russell levels on 1 on both sides. So from right to the left, left to the right, right to the left, left to the right, and then I can put the knit on this side and then we'll knit all the way across. Just to show you, you can do it a different way. Now I'm putting my Russell level. Now my Russell level is on the other side. And I'm changing the color, just double checking my needles and make sure that they're all good. Now I'm going to do the other one, which would be skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out 1. Skip 3, pull out 1, move my carriage out the way, skip 3, pull out 1. Chili? Chili! What happened? My kitty cat. She must have had a kitty mare. Sometimes she thinks I'm gone, so she starts crying out my name. Okay, I'm right here, Mama. I didn't go anywhere, little baby. She must have had a little catmere. I call it catmere. Okay, so let me put that back. He's calling, Mama. Okay, so now we got everything set up, making sure our Russell levels are at 1. And let's do 5 rows. So left to right 1 time, right to left 2 times, left to right 3 times, and now we're going to knit, moving our left Russell levels to 2, placing that back at 1, and this changes your stitch by adding 1 more. So we're at row 51. We have 9 more rows to do. Let's take a look. Is there any other stitch we can do that's a little different, that doesn't necessarily need 2 colors? Here's one that's quite unique. I haven't done this one yet. This one is only 1 color. And this is when you're going to use your Fair Isle. So the order is, as indicated in the bottom line of the pattern chart, order 1, set the carriage as follows. Side levers should be at the dot and the Russell levels should be at number 2. So side levels should be at the dot, Russell levels should be at 2. Referring to the chart pattern, push the needles corresponding to the gray mark to D position. So the first row is skip 2. Let's see. We're going to do this by hand because it's a little different. I'm going to bring this closer to me because it's way over there, and I want to be able to see this a little more closer to me. Let's see. And my little thing is off track there. Okay, put that right there. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the chart. Okay, so I'm just going to call out the way the chart is. Okay, so we're going to do a plain knit first. So let me put everything back in just plain knit. I'm going to go knit across a couple of rows. So I want to be on the right hand side. Okay, so we only have 5 more rows to do, and I want to try this Fair Isle. So we're going to leave our Russell levels at 2 and place the top levers on the dots. They want us to knit 1 across. Oh, that did not work right. How is that possible? They want you to leave these on here. Oh, I know why. You get a free pass, Joanne. I know why. Do you know why? I hope you know why. I forgot to pull out the needles. So, we need to skip 2, bring out 2. Skip 2, bring out 2. Skip 2, bring out 2. So, I'm going to bring out my needle beetle. This is going to help me bring out the needles. So let me get my needle beetle. I've never done the Fair Isle on this ever. So this is the first time for me to show you. So let's set the needle beetle. Bring that across. Okay. Okay, I want to place the last needle in the C position. This is the very first time I've ever done Fair Isle. I have not done Fair Isle. My goal is to save money to buy a Fair Isle carriage. Okay, so we've got the top. Let me remove this. I've got these Russell levels on the dot on each side. That's what it says to do. I'm just following the pattern from the triangle to the dot. From the triangle to the dot. The Russell levels, which are these, are supposed to be on 2. Let's place that back on the track. And referring to back, okay. Place the main yarn into the, okay, order 2, referring to the pattern. Okay, so that's for the next row. Okay, so let's add our yarn. Wish me luck. Oh, I did it. Okay. So now we're going to the next row. The next row is this: skip 1, pull out 2, skip 2, pull out 2. Here is when the needle beetle, you need it, because we're going from right to left to right, and let's use our needle beetle. Again, this one is not going to knit the very end needle, so we need to pull that one into the C position. Place our levers on the dot. Russell levels are on 2, and we're going to knit across, making sure these are correct. Okay, let's line up all the little duckies, and we're going to do the next row. We're going to pull out 2, skip 2, skip 2, pull out 2, skip 2. Okay, that's what we're on. We just did just 2 of these rows. So this is row 3. Pull out 2, skip 2, pull out 2, skip 2. Okay, needle beetle. Place that on the track. We have 1 needle in the correct position. The last needle on this side needs to go in the C position. Okay, we're still on the dot. Russell levels are on 2, and we're going to, we created row 3. Now it is row 4. Let's get all our ducks in the line. Row 4 is skip 3, pull out 2, skip 2, pull out 1. Here is where our needle beetle is going to come into play. All the way across. These last needles are going to knit, so we don't need to do anything. This is row 4. I don't have a marker or any type of, I know what I'll do. I'm going to mark my row counter and put 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. I created 4. This is row 4, Let's see. Yeah, we're on row 4. And we're going to, okay. So, making sure everything's where it says. The two levers are all, the 4 levers are facing you. Let's get all our rows in the duck. We're on row 5 because we did 4 rows already. Row 5 is skip 2, pull out 2, skip 2, pull out 2. Pull out your needle beetle, place it on the correct track, bring that all forward. The last needle needs to go into the C position in order for it to knit. So we're going to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've done. We're doing that right now. Let's knit across. Done. Okay, let's get all our lines across. We are on row 6. We're going to skip 1, pull out 2, skip 2, pull out 2. So needle beetle, pull out that. The last needle should go on the C position, otherwise it will not get knit. So making sure our Russell levels are all facing, all 4 of them are facing all the way across. And we just created, I'm placing everything back into the triangle. My Russell levels are already on 2. And we did I did my first Fair Isle stitch. I am so excited. But they actually want you to do, and the next one, they want us to knit, referring to the pattern in order 2 from order 2 to 6. Okay, 2 to 6. We did that. Order 7 and 12. Reset the Russell levels and knit 6 stockinette stitches, and that's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Isn't that adorable? Just so adorable. Literally, I'm in love with it. And then you would proceed and you start all over again in order to create this. But because we're making a hat, I don't want to exceed what I was doing. So what I want to do is skip every other needle because I want to close my hat off. So that's what we're going to do. So move your needle to every other needle. Just taking the needle from this side and moving it over. Otherwise this hat's going to be super big. I understand what Fair Isle is now. I never could understand. This is the first time I've ever understood after 4 years. And I never used that at all because I was just so confused with it. And now that I read it carefully, I understand. I'm very, very, very excited that I have learned something finally. And I can't wait to get a book so I can create Fair Isle. I think Anna Hazelman would be proud of me if she knew that. I really follow her a lot. I mean, I just love her, all her videos. They're so precise. So what we're going to do here, since I've already went 67 rows, I'm just going to do 73 rows and then get some yarn and sew it all the way across so I can pull the hat, take the hat off of the carriage. So we are at 43 minutes. Let's see how fast I can do this. So let me finish and then I'll be right back. So every other needle, all the needles that we're not using, place them in the do not knit. And then we're going to knit 3 rows. Okay, that's that. And we're going to pull out our thread. We want to pull out enough so we could sew this all the way across. Cut your yarn. And what I'm going to do is just sew in all those knitted needles. And I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I got my tatting needle. I'm going to start way over here. Insert that and just go in and out and there. Go. Remove my weight so I don't drop anything on my foot. And then I'm going to just take that off of the needle bed, push them back. Okay, and then I'm going to sew it through so I don't drop any stitches. Sew that through. Then I'm going to keep doing that. Just pick up that stitch, pick up the next stitch, pick up the next stitch, and then I'm going to take that off of the, because my needle's there holding it. That one, pull that off, pull that through. Don't want to drop any stitches. Remove your weight. Keep those needles out of the way. Go to my next loop. Just pick up the loops. Remove that, remove that, remove that, remove that, and remove that. Push those needles out of the way. Sew that in, remove your clip. Okay, let's go to the next batch. I'm holding that down so I don't drop the stitch. Let go. Be sure I go right into that loop. Let's see, I cannot see that loop and I don't know why. Into the loop. Sew that in there. I'll just go ahead and just remove them. Sew that into the loops. Remove my weight. Again, this is called a tatting needle. You can sew it like that and then remove that. Let this slide down. I like it because it's super long. It's 11 inches. So tatting needle goes through those loops. If it's easier for you to just sew it across, do it that way. This way you can just hold the bottom of the knitting and pull that off. See how long that needle is? And it's really good for yarn. And I'm just going to knit that through the loops. Put my needle through the loops. I want to remove that weight, it's too heavy for it. Just to give you an idea how long this needle is. It goes right to the last one. I can sew that through. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 needles that I was able to sew very quickly. And then I'm going to just remove it. Now I'm going to pull that yarn through, let go with the needle, put everything away. Actually, I need the needle. I shouldn't have took the needle out, but that's okay. Okay, so you could do this one or two ways. You could take your hat and literally sew the sides up. This is going to be a beautiful hat. Look at